Welcome to Module 3. Module 3 is about the framework of your mind. We call it the mind model, but it's understanding your inner self. We're going to give you an overview as you start to run through the processes of your transformation. So you have your subconscious mind and your conscious mind, and you have a filter in between, which is known as the critical factor. This is the gatekeeper, if you like. Your conscious mind is set up with 5 things. It analyzes, it rationalizes, holds your short-term memory, your willpower, and it's your point of focus. So these are main areas: analyzes, rationalizes, your point of focus, your short-term memory, and your willpower. And you'll find that's why willpower isn't very powerful, because it comes from your conscious mind. It's the initial push. It's not what guides you all the way home. That's your subconscious mind. Because your subconscious mind, which controls 95% of your life, is where all your programming, all your patterns, and all your filters reside. And we're not going to go into all that. This is just an overview. But you'll find here, this is where everything takes place. All change happens here. It comes because of your subconscious mind. Any fears, stresses, doubts, all come from this area. So your filtering system, as well as having your beliefs, values, and many other things, which we'll get into another time, it has a set of filters that deletes, distorts, and generalizes information. So if we look at it, when all information comes in through your senses, through your visual, auditory, kinesthetic, olfactory, gustatory senses, you process that information, and there's millions of bits of information all happening at the same time. And this is going on every single second of your life. So when that information comes in, it naturally has to be filtered before it comes into your awareness, into your conscious awareness. So when millions of bits of information is coming in through your senses, your conscious mind is only becoming aware of it once it's been filtered, once you've created what we call an internal representation, which you could call that a thought. It's not exactly, but you could call it a thought. It's like an image, a picture of something. And this is where you make meaning. Once you make meaning of it, it then becomes aware to your conscious mind. And then you have a perception. Those millions of bits of information have been generalized into 4 to 9 bits of information. So once we get that, we can realize that the conscious mind now has access to 5 to 9 bits of information, whereas the subconscious mind has access to millions of bits of information, because you can't access all that information at the same time, as it would just overload us and it would probably make us insane. So that's the process of information. Information comes in, goes through a set of filters, delete, distort, generalize, based on your programming. That's why each person perceives the outcome of something or the meaning of something differently, because we each have separate and individualized programs, because we've all walked different places in our lives, and that's how our information is processed. It's powered by 2 main areas, and that is association and familiarity. And that's why we find ourselves going back to familiarity a lot when we find that something's a bit scary or it's too hard. We go back to familiarity, and that can be an hindrance for us to change. So we'll talk about this a little more down the line. So see you in the next module.